Hi Sujit,
Hi Virag,
how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing good, thank you. What else is going on, Sujit?
Nothing much. This is a Diwali weekend in India, so we're all busy with the festivities. We're celebrating, and then we're also having a week, couple of days off. So we're relaxing here.
Okay, that's good. So Sujit, can you tell us two lines about yourself, as to what do you do apart from your normal work schedule, something of your interests?
Yes, I work for this NGO called Save Indian Family Foundation. This is an NGO based out of Bangalore, and then they support men's rights in India. So I work as a national coordinator for this NGO in Bangalore.
Wow, that's great. So, men's rights.
Yes.
Today morning, I was reading a news, and as I hear this word men's rights, I'm able to recollect this news. So let me share that news with you. This news was about men's issues being debated, about to be debated in the UK Parliament, like health issues that men face, the domestic violence that men face, and the suicides. The number of suicides committed by men are alarmingly high, it seems. And the debate is going to take place on International Men's Day in the UK Parliament. So, any thoughts on this development? Are you aware of this development?
Yes, I read about this news as well. This is a very interesting development that has occurred in UK. From what I read about this, this discussion was initiated by a feminist MP in UK, and she was basically trying to laugh off the discussion about the need for men's rights in UK, the need for healthcare for men, the need for addressing the issues related to domestic violence for men in UK. And it turned out that she was forced to consider defeat, and then they were forced to discuss about the men's rights and all these issues pertaining to men in UK. So it's a very interesting discussion that has cropped up in UK, and I hope this will pave the way for discussions in many other countries such as India, where there is no discussion about men's rights and nobody even recognizes it. So I feel it's a wonderful piece of news, and I believe it should happen in other countries as well.
Okay, well, that's interesting to hear your views on that. So, you see, this discussion is going to take place on International Men's Day. Are you aware of any such day called International Men's Day?
Yes.
Can you throw some light on that?
Definitely. So International Men's Day, as far as I'm aware, was initiated in India by Save Indian Family Foundation from the year 2007. So every year our NGO has been promoting International Men's Day, and then several activities have been done every year during on the eve of International Men's Day. On some years they've done charity, they've gone to children's orphanages and then tried to help these children. On certain years they've had these fun activities in different malls in Bangalore, and on a couple of years they've done bike rallies. It's been going on for some time in India, this International Men's Day celebration. It's very exciting. It's heartening to hear that we are also celebrating Men's Day in India.
So when exactly does this International Men's Day fall?
This International Men's Day is on November 19th of every year, and then we celebrate it across different.
Can you also throw some light on the global history of International Men's Day?
Sure. So as far as I know, in 1999, Dr. Jerome Tilak Singh started this International Men's Day celebration on November 19th, which happens to be his dad's birthday, to celebrate the concept of Men's Day as well. Now, since he started that, it's been celebrated across 70 to 80 countries, including United States, India, UK, and then several other reputed countries.
Okay, but we often keep hearing it's a patriarchal society, it's a male-dominated world. So why Men's Day? In a male, every day is a Men's Day. So why a specific day for men?
So
Does that question occur to you, or what do you think about it?
I feel every day is a Women's Day. Just to give you certain examples, right? If you see anywhere, there are reservations for women. In public transport, women have reservations. In banks, you have reservations for women, and then they get it for they get loans for cheaper interest rates. Now there was an advertisement few days back where they were talking about ladies only vehicle, and then special interest rate for ladies. And even everywhere, if you see, there are special privileges given to women, and then there is a lot of respect and preservation sort of attitude given towards women, and people want to celebrate more about women than men. So I feel it is a very pertinent question, and I feel that Men's Day also has to be celebrated, and it's required.
Okay, so what kind of problems do you think men face, so that we should observe Men's Day recognizing those problems?
See, men are taken for granted, at least as far as I know, in many countries. So men are traditionally expected to be a provider. They're expected to earn, be the breadwinner for their family. They're expected to make sure they are the protectors for their family. They need to take care of their children. They need to take care of the safety of their wives. They need to take care of the safety of their parents. So that's one aspect of it. And other than that, men are generally not respected as such. So I think it's necessary that a Men's Day is also celebrated.
Okay, so what do you think? I mean, how does celebrating Men's Day can lead to some kind of a solution to the problems that men are facing?
I feel that celebrating Men's Day gives that recognition to the problems that men are also facing. A very simple fact that man has to toil and then has to be a breadwinner for his family, and he needs to work day in and day out, and then he needs to be the sole breadwinner of the family. A simple fact that he needs to be a provider, and all these sort of things, right, is not recognized. The contribution of a man towards a family, in order to get acceptance and recognition towards this fact, by celebrating International Men's Day, it will give credence to such kind of things, and people will also come to recognize such things going forward. So I feel it is necessary to celebrate such a day.
How do you think celebrating International Men's Day can reduce suicides committed by men?
See, celebrating International Men's Day by itself will not reduce male suicides, but certain activities coupled with this on the ground will ensure that male suicides will reduce in India. So, before talking about the actions which are required, which will reduce the male suicides, I would like to highlight certain problems which are associated with men and which leads to men committing suicides. So the issue the primary issue that I see with men is men feel challenged to discuss about their problems because they take it personally on their ego about their manhood when they have to discuss about their problems. Now there could be several problems related to their health, financial problems related to their family, and any other problem related to work. In all of these problems, when men face these issues, they feel compelled to solve the problems by themselves. They don't discuss these problems with others, so they get into a situation where they're cornered and they don't have any other option, and they don't have people to suggest what they have to do to resolve these issues. So eventually, when they don't know what to do, they get into these situations and then they commit suicide. So this is one of the biggest problems which needs to be addressed. Now, apart from this, certain initiatives have to be taken on the ground. For example, laws, certain draconian laws which have to be changed. For example, the dowry laws. In the dowry law, if a wife files a false complaint on a husband, No questions asked, the husband and his family is directly arrested and put behind bars. Similarly, domestic violence, there are a lot of compensations given to the wife in the name of domestic violence, even irrespective of the fact whether he has committed violence or not, whether it's proved or not. And also apart from this, there are child custody cases where men don't get custody of their child. In many cases which I have seen, men only get to see their children only for about an hour in a week, and they don't even get to touch their children or talk to them personally. They are not allowed to go to the children's school and visit them after their separation. There are a lot of such draconian laws which are not necessary in this country and which needs to be changed. So apart from celebrating International Men's Day, if these laws are changed, then definitely it's going to prevent a lot of male suicides in India. And you must be knowing that United Nations circulated a report few days back, and then it said that India is the suicide capital of the world. And I would say that if these actions are taken on the ground, India will definitely not be the suicide capital of the world.
Wow, deep thoughts. So, what is Save Indian Family Foundation doing for this International Men's Day?
See, as a part of this NGO, this year we are planning to do an awareness drive. So this awareness drive is going to be a bike rally, and this is going to happen in Bangalore, and it will be happening on November 19th. And the route that we are planning to start in Bellandur Ecospace. We'll go around the town, then taking the route of Marathahalli, then KR-Puram, then ITPL, and then we'll come back to Vaidehi and then Graphite Junction. So the main idea and purpose of this drive is to spread awareness about International Men's Day and the problem associated with men in India.
Okay, Sujit, thanks a lot for your time.